Hello, viewers all over the world. I remain your humble mathematician, Godwin Honor Mathematics Solution, otherwise known as GOMS. Today, let's consider the next episode, and that is episode 44. Episode 44, which says, solve the equation x squared minus 2s minus 3 equals 0. Episode 44, the question says, solve the equation s squared minus 2s minus 3 equals 0. Okay, let's come down to the exercise. Okay, question 1 under the exercise says, solve the equation y squared minus 6y minus 7 equals 0. Y squared minus 6y minus 7 equals 0. And the answer to question 1 is y is either 7 or minus 1. Y is either 7 or minus 1. So question 2, solve 4x squared minus 16x plus 15 equals 0. 4x squared minus 16x plus 15 equals 0. The answer to question 2 is s is either 5:2 or 3:2. So that is the answer to question 2. Okay, let's go back. Okay, the question, which is what? The question s squared minus 2s minus 3 equals 0 is quadratic equation. And quadratic equation is from the topic we call algebraic equation. Then what is an algebra? An algebra is a branch of mathematics that deals with letters and number. An algebra is a branch of mathematics or an aspect of mathematics in which letters and number are used to represent quantities. That is the meaning of algebra. Okay, so this is a question from algebraic word, from algebraic equation as a topic. So let's start analysis. Okay, analysis and what? Solution. Okay, so we have to rewrite it. So s squared minus 2s minus 3 equals 0. So how do you resolve this kind of a what question? How do you resolve this kind of question? But to start with, this is quadratic equation as I earlier said. It's called quadratic because the highest degree is 2. This is the degree, means power. The highest degree is 2. And it's called equation because the expression on the left-hand side, what is the expression here? S squared minus 2s minus 3. This is an expression. The expression on this left-hand side equals 0. That is why it's called equation, quadratic equation. In resolving a quadratic equation, you should expect two answers because of the degree is 2. And the answer to quadratic problem is called root. So we should expect two answers known as root because of the degree. If here is 3, you should expect 3 answers. If the power is 4, you should expect 4 answers. But here we are limited to what? 2 answers because the degree here is a what? 2. Okay, so we have 4 methods of resolving or solving quadratic equation. And one of the methods is factor method, otherwise known as a factorization method. The second method is completing the square. The third method is formula method, otherwise known as almighty formula. And the fourth one is graphical solution. Apart from these 4 methods that we are familiar with, there are other quadratic problems which we can resolve in other ways. But these 4 methods are familiar, or we are familiar with it. So that's just it. So how do we resolve this? This question you see is from it's an objective question. It's an objective question. And when treating objective question, you have to look for the simplest method through which you can easily resolve it. So without waste of time, I want to introduce to us, the 4 formats, quadratic format, through which any quadratic question can fall into. We have 4 quadratic format. So the first one, which I can say A. Okay, that is A s squared plus bs plus c equals 0. Okay, that is the first one. B, okay, that is A s squared minus bs plus c equals 0. Then C, okay, the third one is A s squared plus bs minus c equals 0. Then the fourth one. Okay, so these are the four quadratic formats. These are the four quadratic formats. So what it means is this: every quadratic equation either come in this, four format is either the question that will be given will be positive throughout, or the question that will be given will be negative plus, or the question that will be given will be positive, negative, or the question that will be given will be negative and negative. So when you look at this question, you discover that it's negative, negative. So I want to explain based on this. In solving a quadratic problems, you are expected to look for two possible factors. Those two possible factors is the one that will enable you to get the value of a what? B. Yes, the value of B. But to start with, when the constant, you can see that this is one of the quadratic formats, which is a squared plus bs plus a. So here, all the signs here are positive. And when this constant is preceded by positive, it means that the two possible factors that you consider, yes, we have the same sign. We have what? The same what? Sign. It will have the same sign, and the sign will be positive, positive. Okay, that is what it means. So when, for the second one, which is the format B, when this one, the constant is positive, and the middle term is preceded by negative, it means that the two possible factors that you may also consider will be of the same word sign. But at this stage, two of them must be preceded by negative. By what? Negative. But when you come to the third one, which is a s squared plus bs minus c, so here in which the constant is preceded by what? Negative. It means that the two possible factors that you consider will have opposite sign, and the bigger factor will be preceded by positive. The bigger factor out of the two possible factors that we consider will be preceded by positive. That is the bigger factor. So that's for option what? C. Then D. It also means since the constant is preceded by what? Negative, the two possible factors will have opposite sign, but the bigger factor at this point will be preceded by negative. That is just this. So, okay. So let's leave here as part one. Part one. Okay. So I will start with part two to resolve this problem. I will start with part two to resolve this problem. So thank you.